Imagine rolling out of bed on a Monday morning, checking your laptop, and realizing a digital colleague has already completely cleared your inbox, analyzed all of last week's data, and perfectly scheduled your upcoming meetings. Sounds totally like sci-fi, right? Well, looking at the landscape heading into 2026, it's actually our new reality. AI agents are rapidly becoming one of the most massive technological shifts in modern history. Businesses everywhere are adopting these incredible systems to write emails, handle customer support, and even make super complex decisions. The revolution is literally here, and it is moving fast.
So this brings us to what is easily the most urgent question of the decade. Are AI agents here to help us, or are they here to replace us? I mean, are we looking at the ultimate productivity sidekick, or a very real threat to our livelihoods? In today's Explainer, we're going to dive deep into the data to find out exactly what's going on.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer so we can make sense of it all. 1. Meet the AI agents. 2. The big corporate shift. 3. Jobs in the crosshairs. 4. Risks versus rewards. And finally, number 5. Future-proofing your career. Let's get into it.
All right, let's start right at the beginning with Section 1, Meet the AI agents.
Let's establish a really clear baseline here. What exactly is an AI agent? Well, think of it as an autonomous digital worker. You give it a goal, and it figures out all the steps needed to complete that goal entirely on its own. It's not just static software waiting for your input. You basically give it a destination, and it completely drives the car for you. Now, you might be thinking, wait, don't I already use an AI assistant? Here is the absolute crucial difference. Your standard AI assistants, they just answer your questions. But an AI agent actually does the work. Assistants talk, but agents execute. And unlike us humans, these digital workers are grinding away 24 hours a day without ever needing to grab a coffee or take a weekend off.
So how does this actually work in practice? It's a beautifully simple 3-step workflow. Step 1, you assign a broad goal. Say, resolve this massive backlog of customer emails, or organize my calendar for the week. Step 2, the agent independently maps out exactly how to do that. And step 3, it just does it. It completes the task, it automates complex stuff without needing you to hold its hand the whole time.
Okay, that brings us to Section 2, the big corporate shift.
So why the sudden corporate gold rush toward this tech? When you look at the data, the advantages are just staggering. Tasks that historically take human employees hours are suddenly being knocked out in mere minutes. Human error, it's virtually eliminated. And while a traditional human workforce scales slowly and obviously needs sleep, an AI workforce is always on and scales up the second the business needs it to. It's a massive leap in efficiency that companies simply cannot afford to ignore.
Which naturally leads us to Section 3, Jobs in the crosshairs.
Let's get real for a second. Who is actually feeling the heat right now? Well, if your daily work relies heavily on repetitive, digital tasks, you are firmly in the crosshairs. We're talking about roles in customer support, heavy data entry, administrative assistance, basic content creation, scheduling, and routine research and reporting. This is exactly where the shift is happening at lightning speed, and it is fundamentally changing the daily grind for millions of people. But hold on. Before we panic, this doesn't automatically equal mass unemployment. Instead, what we're really looking at is a massive evolution of work. The AI takes over the tedious, robotic parts of your day, and that frees you up for what humans actually do best: complex problem solving, genuine out-of-the-box creativity, and real, meaningful human interaction.
Let's weigh all of this out in Section 4, Risks versus Rewards.
Looking impartially at the rewards, the upside is pretty incredible. Beyond just juicing corporate productivity, we're talking about AI agents capable of complex healthcare analysis that could literally save lives. Or imagine completely personalized one-on-one education support for every single student. We are likely looking at the birth of entirely new industries and career paths that we haven't even dreamed up yet.
But we have to look at the flip side, right? The concerns are incredibly valid. There's very real anxiety regarding job displacement and reduced hiring in the short term. Plus, when you hand over this much power to autonomous systems, you run into massive hurdles. We're talking data privacy, serious security risks, embedded biases in the code, and a dangerous over-reliance on the tech itself. Tech leaders and governments are literally scrambling as we speak to build guardrails for all of this.
So, what can you actually control? Let's dive into our final section, future-proofing your career. As AI gets smarter and faster, how do we adapt? Well, here is the beautiful irony of it all.
The rise of artificial intelligence actually makes our uniquely human traits way more valuable. Soft skills are absolutely the new hard skills. Emotional intelligence, true leadership, nuanced communication, complex problem solving. These are the premium capabilities that a line of code simply cannot replicate.
There's this fantastic insight from our source material that really hits the nail on the head. Quote, "Learning how to work with AI tools may become just as important as learning how to use computers was in previous decades." Just think about that for a second. The folks who win in this shift won't be the ones running away from AI. It'll be the ones who learn to wield it as a tool that totally supercharge their own work.
So, the bottom line? The future isn't some dystopian movie where it's humans versus AI. It's collaboration. Jobs are going to transform, wild new avenues will open up, and the way we work will look fundamentally different in just a few short years. It's really about humans and AI teaming up to achieve so much more than either ever could alone. The revolution is already underway, whether we're ready for it or not. So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this to chew on. As we step into this wild new era, will AI agents ultimately create more opportunities than problems? Or are we sleepwalking into a future where millions of human roles are just permanently erased? What do you think? Let us know, and thanks for joining us to unpack it all.